A major military ceremony today at Offutt Air Base in Bellevue. As a part of a massive reorganization process, the Air Force has established the 95th Wing. The new wing is part of an effort to put Offutt's nuclear command and control units under one roof. It will include 3 units. They include existing units from the 595th Command and Control Group at Offutt, a group from the Wyoming National Guard, and an Air Force Reserve Command from Arizona. Colonel David Lamont is the wing's new commander. He hopes the changes will bring more service members to the base.
Initially, it will be 79. 79 people added to Offutt. But as we move into our follow-on aircraft early next decade, it could bring 500 to 700 more people that will be part of our wing.
Bellevue officials say the city supports the air base and always welcome people who help keep our country safe.